And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Today is Saturday. We are going to be playing some more War Sales with our mod list that we've got. If I remember correctly, it should be in the description below of the live stream. And don't mind me, guys. I've been making a really bad habit of cleaning my glasses as I hit the live button. And you will be hearing the startup game sounds right now as we load up all of the things with Bannerlord and all these other doohickeys and glowing things. You know, gotta make sure I have like my cheat engine on and everything like that, right, guys? I'm kidding, obviously. If I wanted to cheat in Bannerlord, I would just mod it in since we're running mods anyway. Just do character import export, easy peasy. I don't know if you guys ever played Warband, but that is actually a thing that is built into the game. You can straight up just export your character into a text file and then edit your stat values to whatever the hell you want, and then go from there. So if you ever feel like you just ain't strong enough in Warband, you can just do character import export and be like, yeah, sure, let's give me completely maxed out stats and see how like unhinged you can get. You can also export your characters from one save and then start a new save and just import an existing character from a late game save into a brand new world and then just roll people. So that's something else that you can do if you really want to do, kind of like a new game plus almost, if you want to play it that way. But yeah, that's Warband. We are not living in the past, or rather I should not be living in the past. Oh, here we are in Bannerlord. Yeah, so we currently, I have not done any off-stream grinding or anything like that. I don't think I did. We're basically at O'More. We want to side. We need to become mercenaries, right? Our current clan level is only clan tier 1, so we're eligible for being a vassal at clan tier 2. So right now we cannot even become a vassal, which we don't really want to do. If I remember correctly, we're actually planning on being a mercenary and then claiming something for our own after like getting rid of our contract, right? So we don't necessarily need to try and become a vassal. We just want to try and become a profitable mercenary on our boats and everything like that. So what we may want to do, right, what we very much may want to do is call our fleet here, because O'More is actually a really good spot to be, by the way. There's like 2 or 3 really good spots. Okay, so O'More and being right in this little choke in this like strait here, this is an excellent area. So the reason I say that this is an excellent area is because Jakeland, Cyrenia, McKeb, Argard, Varnovapol, Argaron, Diathma, and O'More all have to go through this choke point if they want to trade with anything else, right? They can stay within this inlet sea, right? Like within this sea or this sea and go through the rivers. They can do all of that if they want, but if they want to go to, if they want to go to anywhere else like Carbanzith, any of the Vlandian areas, Valvik, Graceford, Thronderlag, Balgard, Zionica, like all this shit. If any of these guys are trying to trade with these cities, they have to go through this strait. So what you want to do is you want to find a way that you can be based out of O'More, and you can literally just sit here and hold this strait with a decent sized fleet. Free caravan ambushes. Like basically you're guaranteed that the caravans will come to you. You can just sit there and wait menacingly. Yo, what's going on, Sora? How you doing, my man? So that's kind of our game plan, is we want to build up forces and sit here and ambush some caravans once we become a mercenary. So we're actually getting paid for it. Right now we're not getting paid for it, so we don't necessarily want to do that because all that's going to do is piss off people. And we're not going to get a lot of money for it. Like, we're just going to go to war with a faction for being dumb, and then we're going to get hunted to the ends of the earth. And I'm not really wanting to get hunted to the ends of the earth yet, right? Not yet. Either way, we still need to wait until we heal up. Taking a look at our party. We have some Nords. We have some Dawnstar. Our Dawnstar house units are supposed to be Marine or infantry. They're supposed to be. I don't know why it's not giving them that icon, but we'll see how it goes. I'm good at your wife's work event. How am I? I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Wife's work event? You got like a Christmas or a holiday party or something like that you're going at? I would say Christmas, but it's shit. It's fucking February, damn near. So it'd be like the winter, a winter formal, a little thing. Dress up. This isn't Terraria 2.0 bigger and bolder. I am going to ban you. We're not playing Terraria. You can't even get me to play Terraria 1. I don't even know if there is a Terraria 2. You're probably just fucking with me. Actually, I'm not even going to question it. I'm just going to assume you're fucking with me because, yeah, it's you. How you doing, DJ? You're in event. Okay, we have a focus point. Is there anything that we should put it into? Throwing would be good. Athletics would be good. Athletics would actually be really good for us. We have a shit ton for steward right now. Yeah, let's put it into athletics. We're gonna be using that. Okay. And now what we're gonna do is we have a decent amount of money right now. So what we're gonna do is is anything here actually better than what we're wearing? Does not look that well. I mean, we don't have any armor on our hands, so that's better than that. We're gonna sell a bunch of this stuff, right? Get rid of the spice. Don't know why do we have a legendary fine steel cavalry broadsword? Where did I get this from? More importantly, that thing's worth money. That is a nice upgrade. Legendary cleaver. We can get rid of that, right? I mean, a lot of this stuff I'd probably make decent money if I, actually held on to it and like smelted it down and shit, but I don't really care enough for that. We have fish, beer, grain, and salt. I don't think salt counts. No, I don't think it does. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little bit of fish, grain, meat. We're going to grab cheese, already have beer. We have plenty of beer. So we'll do all that, make some money, and hopefully we'll get some steward points here. And we are at 100%. So let's... Who do we want to go? Who do we want to side with? Honestly, Omor is a really good spot for us to like try and like mercenary contract with Sturgia may work out for us. We do a mercenary contract with the Nords, we will be with our kind, right? So we'd be able to actually get the we'd be able to get our troops easily, but I don't think it's going to be a necessity. So what we should do is we should leave, and we're going to talk to this guy real quick.
Stop there, stranger. I bid you peace.
That's a woman, but anyway. $180 crowns for every group of enemies you vanquish or for an equivalent deed. All right, cool. Cool. Who are we at war with? The Vlandians. Neat. All right. I can handle that. Now what we need to recruit some people. Plenty of recruits right there. Awesome. We don't need Highborn. Highborn are not going to be helpful to us right now. Right? Gotta think about that. The Sturgeon recruits, we need to turn them all into shipmen. Because the Sturgeon shipmen are just going to have two-handed weapons, kite shield, and then 2 throwing weapons. It's kind of whack, but I mean, it is what it is, right? That's kind of how they're built. There is not a different build for them at all. The Sturgeon Soldier may actually be a nah. Cavalry shield versus reinforced same fucking thing, right? But they have a common axe versus two threat. Honestly, yeah. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out what would be the better build path for us to get them to like a good point, right? So we're just gonna have a decent amount of sturgeons with our army, right? I want to make sure that we have a nice little setup here. And then we may want to look into, ooh, nope, don't want those guys. Don't want any of those guys, right? Nope. We want only the recruits. Okay, what we got? Increase morale by 5. 50% chance of one of them leaving the party. Cruel. Reputation for being munificent. Increase, oh, lose 1 meat. Yeah, it's fine. We can do that. Lose a meat, give everybody extra meat. That's fine. Sturgeon warrior, I'm perfectly okay with that. Don't need the woodsman. Now I think about it, only the warriors. All right, cool. Now we should be basically set up. Free food and free booze, so can't go wrong. I definitely feel that, my man. I haven't been to one of my wife's work events for in a while. I think it's been, I didn't go to the one this year, so it's been over a year since I've gone to one of them. Might go to the summer event that they do, but I wouldn't know. Might see what goes on, but all right, cool. So we have 64 units, which is a decent amount, right? And we need to upgrade all these guys into Sturgeon warriors. That gives us a huge tier bonus, but not a great tier bonus, but either way, a little bit helps. And remember, our leadership now gives us a huge XP boost to units that are lower level than us. So what we're really going to see here is we're going to start seeing that we're getting a ship troop capacity 64. Oh wait, it's only 54. Oh, so we're over our ship troop capacity. Oh shit. I don't think that's good. Yeah, we're overmanned by a lot, so we're slow. All right, well, let's go here and manage the fleet. See what we got. Yeah, we only have a long ship, right? And I mean, we could hire like a NAR, which would get us over our limit here, but a light long ship would actually be a lot better for us, right? It's only 2,000 more, right? A light long ship is only 15,000 versus 13,500. The 13,500, what are we looking at? Seaworthiness of 25. Why would I ever buy a NAR when I can? Oh, you know what? A NAR holds so much more cargo. That's why. It weighs a lot more, but it has such better cargo capacity, which makes sense. Okay, the silver hair here is worth 15,500. But it has northern shields, boarding weapons, and wide oars. All of those things are actually worth 5 dinners more. So I'm definitely going to buy that. And we now have a second ship. So we can go back to set and sail. We're well within our capacity now for troops. And we'll have a second boat for whenever we need to do things, right? Now, our biggest concern is going to be, do we have... Oh, well, we're getting paid right now. Oh, let's see here. We could be getting we got a marriage offer. What are we looking at here? So not much of a combat, does have decent cunning, has 2 control, 3 vigor, 4 cunning, 5 social, 3 intelligence, 3 endurance. Yeah, the 5 social is huge. It's really big on trade, really big on charm, really big on leadership. So that would be a very big army, as well as really good at charm and trade. This would be an excellent convoy runner. Close-fisted, okay, honest, and calculating. Not terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Combat stats are very, very lacking, right? You leave Tuesday for Ohio. Oh, okay. Make sure that you enjoy all the time that you have with your wife before you have to go out on travel. 100%, man. spend time with your family, enjoy it. Free food and booze, right? I don't know, guys. You tell me. Do we accept the marriage offer and get us a wife that is, you know, a couple years older, but we'll get a lot of charm experience, and then on top of that, we could actually put her in charge of like a caravan or something. We could do a caravan, make her in charge of a caravan. She's a decent steward too, so she would actually be a good governor. Decisions. Well, I'm not entirely certain here. Gone for 10 days too, but 2 of those days are travel days, right? I mean, you're still gone, but it's like 8 days worth of work, 2 days of travel kind of thing. I'm on the fence here. I feel like this would be a good idea, but also like not a great idea. I feel like the music's too loud here. All right, that's a little bit better. And the reason why I feel like this isn't the best idea is because in order for your wife to get pregnant, you have to spend time with her. If she's leading a caravan, yeah, I originally wanted a combat wife. Like, my thought process behind this is that if you're leading a caravan, you're not going to be with your main troops. You're not going to be with the main character, right? If you're off leading a caravan. So it's going to be kind of hard for you to do stuff. Spoke to some traders who say they just bought some charger from Pravin at a 66.79. Okay. What do you have? Will you buy the salt? You will buy the salt, but not for a good price. God, man, everything that you're selling is so expensive. I can't beat you. I really cannot beat you at all. There's no freaking way. Unless... What about now? Now can I beat you? This is just a standard convoy too. We're a lot closer in power levels now. We are so much closer in power levels. They have 3 ships. We only have 2. I think we can probably take them now if I'm smart with it. Right? You gotta be smart about it. If we're not smart about it, then we're gonna lose. We have 63 infantry and 1 cavalry. We have 2 ships. We have a light and a medium. And they have 1 light, 2 medium. I think one of those will be a trade cog, though. This could be dicey. I'm not gonna lie, because if this goes poorly, we're gonna lose our ships, right? Do we have anybody? Oh, we have even more of these guys that we can upgrade. I think that gives us the power boost that we need. I actually lowered our power level a bit. I'm gonna head out in about 10 minutes. Got groceries to get. Well, have a safe ride, my guy. 22 ranged units. That is true. And they're all going to be like crossbowmen too, because that's like the type of troops that they've got, right? They're Vlandians. Gotta think about that too. Our leadership, ooh, raise the meek or combat tips. Honestly, combat tips may be better. We can do combat tips, and that should help us increase the quality of all of our troops quite a bit for every day. Yeah, we're at 64. There we go. We'll get some more of these guys, get some of them set up for that. Okay. I think we're gonna be okay now. Wait one more day if we can. All right, we've waited our day. Boom. Okay, we now have plenty of crewmen. This should be doable. Should be doable. We outnumber them a bit. They do have better power than we do. But I think we have a chance. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to, you know, prepare everything, right? So we're gonna put Perrin the Smith in charge of this one, right? In charge of the silver hair. The Wave Steed is our main ship. Okay. So what we're gonna have to do is we are going to set these guys to follow me. And we are going to have a very interesting fight. 17, 18, and 17. And the biggest thing is, I think we need to be on the offensive. If we're on the defensive, we're going to be fucked. So we're going to have to set the Wave Steed to be on charge, right? Oh yeah, we're fucking them up. I'm getting my ass beat, but we are fucking them up. I took a shit ton of damage, but we definitely won that fight. I don't know why I was so concerned. Love how you see the pixels when it's dark. Oh boy. We gained a shit ton of influence. That is a ton of money. Oh, hell yeah. Iron arming sword. Cool. Nowhere near worth as much as the other stuff. So let's go ahead and, you know, upgrade Perrin a bit here. Give him a this hood versus the one that he's wearing, right? What else do we have here? Cavalier boots, it's better. Waxed leather gloves, that's better. Cool. That layered tunic is much better. Awesome. Anything else? Not really. What we're going to do is we're going to take the rest. I'm going to take the walrus tusks. Simple light crossbow, I will give to him. We're going to keep the fine stuff, and we're going to keep all the trade goods. Everything else, I'm going to leave because that should go towards upgrading the troops if I leave it. I think that's how this works. Oh my god, all the bro. Oh well, yeah, we're overload capacity, but we're actually doing fine when it comes down to Oh, ship capacity. That's a lot of fish. We don't need nearly that much fish. We don't need nearly that much fish. Holy shit. Okay. Boom. Oh, dude, we got all of them. We got the Western Galley and the trade cogs. I'm taking them all. Taking them all. I don't even care how many people that we need to get back to Omor. We're getting back to Omor. We've just made a shit ton. See, we unlocked leather cavalier boots for our custom troops. I didn't see the bolts. Were there bolts there? If there was bolts, I fucked up. But it's fine. It'll be fine. But I did fucked up. 50% increased chance of sneaking into towns. No morale loss for converting bandit prisoners. Doubling the amount of betting allowed in tournaments. Minus 20% bandit troop wages. Okay, we'll do two-faced. Don't feel like we're gonna really need it, but you know what? Why not? Preventative medicine or self-medication. Increased healing rate and combat movement speed is always great. So we'll go with that. We just gained a Dawnstar house champion and 4 house guards. So that's also great. And we'll need to take a look and see if we gained enough XP to start leveling up our custom units. Those guys do take a decent amount of money to level up and whatnot, so play by ear. The Western Galley, actually not worth a ton, but the trade cogs also not really worth a ton, but they can hold so much. Either way, making some good money. Repair everything. We made 13 grand just off of that alone, but now we're gonna go to the town center, ransom our prisoners for 1,500. Now we're gonna trade. And we should make some pretty good bank. First and foremost, we'll get rid of all this. Get rid of all that. We have plenty of horses. I'm going to hold on to them. What all can we get rid of? Silver ore is worth a decent amount. So is the wine. Walrus tusk is worth 500 each. We'll get rid of those. Oil 150. You know what? We're not really going to use it, so we might as well just sell it just because we can. Get rid of basically everything. And the silver ore. We'll hold on to the iron. Maybe we will. There's a shit ton of hardwood here, but they have a lot of hardwood too. Honestly, we don't need all this stuff. I don't plan on doing any smithing on this live stream, and I don't think we have. I think we do have the funds actually to open up like a smithy here. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll see if there's a let's see if we can talk to somebody. They have a brewery and a linen weavery. Okay, well, I don't want either of these things. What about you? You're a spice trader. You don't have anything. I'm assuming you have a textile mill. You don't. Okay. What about you? And you.
Well now.
They have a pottery shop. 15. Okay, that's fine. We'll buy the pottery shop, and then what we're going to do is we are going to reassign what it does. Okay. So we'll change the pottery shop into a smithy. Doesn't really matter what we're actually going to make it into, but let me just check real quick. What is Omor? It has Chornobis and Scorin, which is grain and fur. I don't even know what fur and grain turn into, but I know pottery is not one of the things, right? So I probably should have just bought the beer, the brewery, but it is what it is. Grain turns into beer. There's already one more brewery in this town. We input hide into leather. There's no tanneries in the town, so we'll swap to a tannery because we get hides, right? And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to store the hardwood and the iron ore here, just because we have a shit ton of storage capacity, and that'd be great for us just to have it easily accessible for later on. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and recruit a bunch more like fresh guys, and we're going to wait here and heal up and get ready to go out for a second run. But now that we've got, you know, a workshop, we're getting a ton of trade experience now, which is awesome. Every day, and eventually the workshop will start making us a ton of money. Right now it's not making a ton, but the mercenary contract is, right? So we're net positive here. Yo, what's going on, Lucifer? How you doing, my man? Should have taken the fish to sell as trade goods don't give XP. Yeah, probably should have, but it's fine. Bit crutch, what? Oh, okay. And now I understand what you're talking about. Grain is brewery, yes sir. Okay. Go take care of these looters real quick. Maybe we can. Send forth the troops. I wanted the influence. We didn't actually get any influence from that, but you know what? It's fine. Yep. Head back to town. Get everybody a prepped. Turn more people into crewmen. Best we can. We are living our mercenary days, and by mercenaries, we are quite literally just going to continuously be a menace to all traders coming through this strait. Because like I said, this strait is like one of the best spots to hide. Okay, if you guys want to get into privateering or whatever the fuck it's called when you're a pirate, there's 2 spots to look at on the map, and I don't know how to make all these names go away, but there's a strait right here next to Omor, right? And then there's one other strait you need to know about. Okay, and that other strait you need to know about is right over here, right next to Cuellas and Ortizia. This spot is huge, and this spot is huge. Omor I like more because this one is a longer strait. Like you have to go through this peninsula, right? You have to go through this like narrow passage, right, between this peninsula and, well, this peninsula. But you got to go all the way through there in order to get from one way or the other. So you got them in a bottleneck, right? Over here, it's much more narrow where you pass, but it's a very short area. So this one's like, oh, hey, I could just sit here, and then they're just going to go, yeah, fuck that, I'm going to run away. Whereas here, you know, if they're on the way to get to you, and you run into them right here, well, now they got to run all the way back out here, and they can't really run far up or down, right? So this is my preferred area. But anyway, 2 very important areas on the map if you want to take out trade caravans, just constantly, right? And since we've got that mod that gives XP based off of leadership stat as well, on top of our leadership selections, we're slowly but surely like ranking up our trash units to at least being tier 2 to tier 3 fairly quickly. And because they're able to hit tier 2, tier 3 pretty quickly, then we're doing pretty hot. We're doing pretty good. Oh, I see a caravan up here. We're gonna hug this shoreline because they're up here. I want more time for us to convoy of an instance trader. Okay, I want our guys to get as leveled up as we can, right? I want more sturgeon crewmen and less sturgeon warriors. We're actually getting pretty close to where we can be. Let's, before I get too carried away, let's take a look and see if we got anybody that we can upgrade. So we don't have anyone that we can upgrade here, but it does look like we have several, we have a lot of points that we can, uh-oh. I did not mean to do any of that. I did not mean to do any of that. Okay, well, I definitely fucked up all of that. So, kind of wish I could undo that. I wasn't paying attention. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do, our house guards, I do want to upgrade our house champions, but now that I fucked that up and basically wasted a bunch of XP, I'll have to see what we can do there. Our house guards though, I want, these are going to be our bulk units, right? House champions are our elite units. These are our bulk units. I'm thinking our elite units should actually be like tanks, whereas our bulk units should probably be archers, believe it or not. So I want these guys to eventually like level up their bow ability. Okay. And then their equipment, weapon 3, I want to give them, eventually, I want to get them to where we have them set up with bows.
So we need to go kill Battanians, or we need to kill some Vlandians for lowland longbows, right? We need to get a hold of these bows, and then we need to get a hold of some arrows, all right? And then we'll be able to equip them with that. That way they would be, you know, they'd have a decent hatchet and rope-bound shield and everything like that, but then we'll be able to get them slightly better stuff. Blackened Hood only has 4 head armor. Nomad Fur Cap has 7 head armor. Could rock that. Not a huge fan. Scarf, they're already... Ooh, brother, that is a upgrade and a half. That leather gambeson's actually pretty solid there. I would like to get a hold of something slightly better, but you know what? You can't complain too much. That is pretty expensive though. Do we have enough? Oh, we have 15 grand. Okay. So we now have slightly tankier chest pieces on these guys. Don't have any of that. Leather Cavalier boots, 6 armor versus 4. They are currently wearing 8 on the woodland leg wrappings, so I feel like that's just a better option for us, right? No gloves unlocked yet. We do have a couple of head unlocks, but I guess we could just, you know, give them that, spend a little bit of money, so everyone's got that. Weapon 3, we don't have any bows. I'm not too worried about it. We'll go back, go to our house champion, double check, make sure that they've got plenty of equipment too. They got oh cool, they're already set up basically the exact same way already. We'll set them up with woodland leg wrappings as well, and yeah, should be good to go. Oh yeah, they're starting to see us now. They're trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna go back to our party, upgrade our guys to crewmates, and now we're gonna head straight for them. Because it's not an armed convoy or anything like that, right? All right, cool. And we're gonna lead the troops again this time, right? We've got Perrin. Perrin's going to be slowly getting upgrades as we do this. And what we'll do is we're gonna basically have Perrin engage, right? And you got to remember that our boat needs to be set to charge, because one of the biggest things is that these guys have archers. We don't have archers. Like, we are a lot more melee focused than these trade ships. So since we're a lot more melee focused, we need to be on them, like fucking on them. And because we have to be on top of them, there is no skirmishing. This is not a we're gonna skirmish. This is we're gonna board you and we're going to take your stuff. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're just slowly steering the boats to where we have the speed that we need. And then what I want to do is we're gonna get right on top of them. We're gonna attempt to board them right now. Take these guys out while we can. Shoot them while they don't have their shields up. And get across that rope bridge while we can. Do as much damage as we can from the sides here. Level up our archery a bit. Try to help our boys out. Okay, we've definitely taken over the first ship. I'm going over here so I can get a hold of these guys. Need to be able to get some good angles on some of these people. This guy's working on cutting some... Oh, I don't like you. I don't want you guys getting a hold of me at all. I'm knocking them off, which is great. Oh my god, that guy scared the shit out of me. Not gonna lie. Evidently our boys are falling into the water a bit. Were you getting a hold of any of these guys? We need to go help our troops out. I'm realizing that our other ship is fighting them all by themselves, and that is not good for us. We need to cut this, and then we need to get over there and help. We're winning, but we'd be winning a hell of a lot better with a lot less losses if we got over there right now, right? I think we lost the ship. Yeah, we did. Yep. We lost everyone that was on that boat, which sucks, but it is what it is. Now we're going to board this one and start taking these guys out. And this is going to be a fucking bloodbath, because they don't have enough troops to fight us off at this point. We lost 23 units, a lot of our crewmen. But it is what it is. They have a single guy on this ship way over there. Where are you at, homie? Where are you? Oh, I fell. Are you really just manning this boat by yourself, dude? Get out of here. He's just over there sitting on the back like, I'm about to steer this bitch out of here. I think you're under your required limit there, my guy. We are leveling up our veteran shipmen quite a bit. Oh, I fucked up. I don't want the Sturgeon Reaver. Maybe I do want the Sturgeon Reaver. Maybe he is the highest amount that we want. All right, Dented Kettle Hat. That is an upgrade for us. And then Perrin will get our nasal helmet, which is still good, right? Ooh, okay. How's this for us? That is a slight upgrade. And then we can do this one as a big upgrade for Perrin. And we have the simple light crossbow, which is what Perrin's already using. And now we'll give him some light bolts, give him plenty of light bolts. Now we're going to start grabbing all the things, right? Planks, whale oil, leather. Oh my lord, we are cooking with gasoline. Look at all this. Look at all the goodies that we're getting a hold of. It's a ton of fish, flax, grain. I will gladly take all of it. Take the horses, because why not? The rest of this we are going to leave. Maybe not. That one is worth something. You know what? We're making plenty of money. We'll let it. Well, we're going to leave it. We'll take the trade cog. We're going to head back to Omor, right? We unlocked leather gloves and short flat boots. See, boom. That is why you discard stuff. Discarding stuff gets it unlocked so much quicker than having to kill units. Killing units, you have to kill over 100 units in order for you to get a weapon unlock. When you discard it, you get like 10% of the unlock. So you only have to discard 10 copies of something to get it. But we are making tons of money on our mercenary contract. We're making money off our workshop. We're making money off of the actual convoy fights, right? And we're getting experience as well, which is huge for us. So we're doing good. And we should be gaining a ton of renown. Maybe not a lot of renown, but you know, every bit helps. Naldar, we cannot see this while we're at sea, but we're going to get Naldar over here involved as well, now that I'm thinking about it. So we're going to manage our fleet, get rid of the trade cog. We don't need the trade cog, right? Sell that for an extra 4,900, repair everything. We should probably start looking into upgrading our ships a bit here. There's no really big upgrades that we can get here from the looks of it, but something to start thinking about at least. Walrus tusks here, nowhere near worth as much as what they were, which kind of happened because we just, you know, flooded the market with a ton of walrus tusks a second ago. So what we may actually do, and what I may do, may store a lot of this. So what I'm going to do here, right? Lose 2 of my troops. Yeah, we'll lose 2 of the troops. That's fine. we're going to go to our warehouse. And we're going to store the hardwood, right? I'm going to store all the things that could definitely make us a ton of money in a while, right? Because we don't need all of this, right? We can definitely store that. We can store this almost indefinitely in this warehouse, and we'll be fine. So that's exactly what we're going to do, is we're going to store it, and we're going to wait for trade prices to kind of calm down a little bit, and then we'll go at it, right? That's the game plan. That's the overall plan. Now, whether or not it's going to work, I don't know, but you know, we're going to try. Imposing stature versus stamina. I'm not going to lie. Crafting stamina recovery rate is good, but it's really only going to be useful for us when I'm doing offline grinding. And unless you have everyone doing this, you're still going to be waiting anyway if you got multiple people crafting at the same time, which, spoiler alert, I will be. Because we are running BannerCraft, okay? BannerCraft mod. In case you guys don't know what BannerCraft does, you get a crafting thing, a little crafting tab. Beyond forging, you get crafting. And this lets you craft armor. Now, I haven't quite figured out if this works with Retinues. I don't know if I were to craft nothing but tier 6 gear, right? If these things will become available to my Retinues. Most likely, they won't. But they could. And if they do, that would be awesome. But I will say right now, I'm not going to try and craft any of this stuff because its difficulty is 223, and the likelihood of me being able to actually craft that without burning, you know, fine steel and 4th Amaskine and 2 velvet for nothing, very slim, right? So it's just something to think about. This, we do have the option to get some nice late game armor that actually looks cool. Now, this is, of course, you know, at this point we're playing fashionista, right? Look at that. Like, this is I fucking love the looks of some of this stuff. Now, a lot of this stuff doesn't have the best armor rating, so you can't. We're gonna have to play around with, well, what gives the best armor and also looks cool. If it doesn't look cool, but it gives good armor, then I'm not gonna wear it, because you know what? Style points are more important than stats. All right, that is how this works. Ooh, what is that? 58 for a gold-plated clothes helmet? Okay, that's 58 armor is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty respectable amount. I don't think I see anything else that would be even close. A lot of 51s. Close salad 55. But yeah, we're just like, and this is just, you know, obvious an example of me just looking at some of the helmets, right? We have a Gondor helmet, you know, Gondor helmet with 45. I mean, I'm all for, ooh, 65. That's a pretty freaking nice. That's a blocky ass helmet though. I'm not sure if I like that. 65 is the highest armor stat I've seen on any so far. Nope. Okay, you got the House Baratheon stag helmet, which is 65 as well. It's looking like 65 may actually be the highest armor stat for a helmet that we're seeing so far. 59, I don't like that. 49, 59, what was that? 59 on that Templar helmet? Okay. Yeah, it's looking like a lot of these stat-wise, you're looking at 59, and then 65 was the highest that we've seen, and I don't think we'll get any higher than 65. Either way, this is BannerCraft, and BannerCraft essentially sets it up to where if you add in new armors and whatnot, you can build them. So I have other mods that add in, you know, like Lord of the Rings armors and Song of Ice and Fire armors and whatnot. All that stuff gets added into this as well, so that makes it really useful for BannerCraft. And this is, you know, head armor, shoulder armor. You can get like some nice Viking, you know, you get some it's Stark shoulder armor with fur, so I'm assuming it's just a, you know, pauldrons with fur on it from yeah, you can get a lot of different like shoulder armors and whatnot. You just take a look at it, see what you like, because the real reason you do BannerCraft is so you can get fashion points. It's all about fashion, guys. It really is all about fashion and making sure that you like how your units look, right? If you don't like how your units look, then I mean, cool, more power to you if you wanted to have that really high armor stat. But for me, it's all about fashion points. 100% all about the fashion points. So unless I like the way I look, I don't think I'm going to do it, right? Anyway, that's just a quick overview of everything that we got here. Obviously, they do balance some of the deals, and these can be botched as well when it comes down to what you're crafting. So, you know, this armor, for example, you're putting a lot of high-end steel pieces and velvet and everything like that on the line, and if you botch it, which is something that BannerCraft does add to the game, if you botch something, it just goes away. You lose the resources. You don't get it. You don't get a crummy version of it or anything with reduced stats. It's straight up just gone. You waste everything. So very important to actually have a high-end smith if you want to utilize BannerCraft, just by the way. Now you can of course configure it to where you never botch anything and you only make legendaries, but at that point you're kind of just using cheats. Now for me, I like it to be fairly balanced. Fairly balanced at least, right? White tabard over male hauberk. That's actually going to be a huge upgrade for us if we can win this. Like massive upgrade for us, for our unit specifically. Excuse me, that was rude. Oh, did you get stuck? Hell yeah, he's down, boy. He's down. Give me that. Give me that. I'll come over here and beat your ass. Yeet. Whoop. I want this armor. Give me this armor. Give me the armor. Come on. Oh, fuck me. All right. That guy's done. Okay, now it's down to the last two teams. Should be basically done here, but let's see if I can give him a helping hand. Doesn't really matter if we win or lose this fight, to be honest, but now that we're okay, there is a cheat, or rather a little bit cheese here. This is how you do it. You get your guy to be right in front of your archer, so your archer actually pulls out his melee weapon, and then you push while that archer's busy. Holy fuck. Oh god, he's swing fast. Oh god, he's so fast. Thank god. Thank god our boy over there had a some good oh shit. Am I actually gonna win this? I should, right? Go for the headshot. Oh, it wasn't enough. Oh fuck me, it wasn't enough. I got the upgrade though. Where you go for mods, I don't see the craft one on Steam Workshop. So Sean, I go for Nexus mods. Nexus mods, and then those are the names of all the mods. I try not to use the Steam Workshop on a lot of things. So with Nexus, what you can do is you can just download the Vortex mod manager from Nexus mods. You need to make an account. It's a free account. Just use slow downloads. Download everything that's in that mod list. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of mods on Nexus, by the way, for just Bannerlord. Nexus mods is a hub for all the mods you can think of, essentially for basically any game. So what you do, especially if the game has mod support, is you just use Nexus mods. If there's a game that's moddable, Nexus most likely has mods for it. So, you know, Warband, Bannerlord, Rimworld, Battle Brothers, I think. I used it a lot for, you know, Cyberpunk, Skyrim, Fallout, all that stuff. All the Bethesda games. Oh yeah, go there for them. Yep, just something to think about. We lost the merciful trait. Tragic. Either way, I don't care because I have better armor now. Amazing armor. Now I'm not a huge fan of that of what we got on what it looks like, but I mean, can't win them all, right? Anyway, what we will do is we are going to do we recruit people? Yeah, we recruit people. We're actually kind of low on troops. Now we will go back to how overweight are we? How over capacity are we? We are over capacity by quite a bit. We're actually over capacity on sea cargo quite a bit too. Holy shit. We need to get rid of some of these trade goods. Yeah. So we'll just get rid of all the salt, get rid of the wine, get rid of all the flax, sell some of the grain, a lot of the fish. We don't need fucking 80 units of fish. Holy shit. Don't need nearly that much butter. We are not King Harlaus. We are not, you know, freaking ButterLord of Landia or Swadia, whatever you want to call it. It's not doing that. Beer is okay. Beer is food, so that counts. Hogs, I don't need hogs. We can get rid of the. Now we'll hold on to that. All right, cool. We'll get an extra 6 grand, which is great, and then we can wait until our brother joins us. Right. We got 2 house guards that just joined us. We're waiting on Naldar to get to us so we can actually give him upgraded unit gear, right? How many more companions can we hire? We can hire 3 more companions. We cannot create another party yet. We can have up to 73 units now, so we're slowly but surely upgrading quite a bit, which is good for us. Cool. We do have the points. Max out this retinue skills before you can rank up. Okay, well, what we will do is we are going to put the points into one-handed for this guy, and we're going to keep pumping points into bow for this one. And retinues, by the way, guys, with retinues, it's all configurable, of course, but I've got it set up to where our house champions, we get every 4 renown, we get 1 free guy, and every 2 renown, we get 1 of these guys for free. So and we can rename these guys to have different stats and whatnot, and you can actually upgrade their tiers to where, you know, instead of being a tier 1 unit. So for a tier 1 unit, these guys are actually really good. For a tier 2 unit, these guys are okay. They're not great, but they're not bad. Tier 1, these guys are awesome because they have shields, which very rarely do you get on a tier 1 unit, and you can actually equip them with just more gear, right? It's like throwing axes, everything like that. So for tier 1, awesome. Tier 2, these guys still aren't bad by any means. How we looking? We have you. We're gonna get you set up with a bow and throwing axes, right? I could just get you all squared away with throwing axes right off the bat. I kind of want you guys to be archers, though. So really important for us to get you to archers. Okay, Naldar's here. Let's get him the upgrade, right? Because I think that's an upgrade. Yep, that was an upgrade. Short Gambison over Tunic. We don't need. Island Spike Club, round shield, kind of whatever. I'm always actually like super conservative with my money early on. A lot of the times people will be like, oh, buy gear, get yourself better kitted out. I only have 30 grand. A lot of the really good armor that gives you like solid value, right? Like we're looking at this, and this is 76,000, or this is 76,000. And these aren't even max tier, right? Like it's armor type of armor tier 6, with 46 body armor. We were just looking in BannerCraft at tier 6 armor, and we had some that were in the 60s. Like significant change, right? And of course, this is like a huge upgrade for us, right? All across the board, really big upgrade. A Huskarl Male Hallberg is actually a downgrade for us, and that's only worth 9,000. So you gotta kind of just pick and choose where you're gonna get like a really good armor buff for how much. I'm not going to go out of my way to upgrade something unless it's like, you know, I've spent like 2 grand and get like a significant boost to a stat or 2. So right now, that's why tournaments are actually really good, because you can get that one piece of gear. That's actually going to be really beneficial for you. Stacked bodkin arrows are going to be huge for us, so we're going to grab one of those, right? Which I'm fine with. Is there anything else? Do we have any bows here? We have a recurve bow, which is an upgrade for us. Sturgeon short bow versus a recurve bow. Was that 51 pierce versus 46 pierce? Yeah, we'll do the recurve bow. Balanced whisper arrows, 4 piercing with only 20. Okay. Barbed arrows is still 20, so this is a massive upgrade versus the barbed arrows, right? This is also a big upgrade for us for that. Light bodkin arrows versus our barbed arrows. We get one more. I really want the I want to get another deal of stacked bodkin arrows, or even a stacked piercing arrow, so I'm not going to go out of my way on getting a hold of like anything that's going to be a massive upgrade over these barbed arrows. We'll just go with what we got. Armor wise, I think I was just looking, didn't really see anything that was too awesome. One thing that we do want to do is eventually upgrade our... No fucking way. That is hilarious. So our civilian outfit, this Viking studded leather, counts as civilian gear. So, by the way, civilian outfits are what you wear when you're walking around the streets and you go fight gangs. So if you can wear armor that is the equivalent of like in-game boss armor on the streets, I feel like that's a little bit overkill, but wow, dude, you'd be able to walk up to those thugs that are hitting you with like clubs and like daggers, and you'd just be like, oh hey, I've got over 100 armor. Get fucked, mate. That's pretty cool. I feel like it's a slight oversight, but you know what, it is what it is. Okay, get up to 69. Nice. Ransom the prisoners off. We don't have anyone that we can hire in the tavern here. That's okay. Go to the party, start getting our guys upgraded. Naldar, we'll get you over there, just so I have everyone a little bit more organized. Start getting these sturgeon recruits upgraded. I want to chase these looters down. I know I won't be able to. Okay, so we're not going to bother with that. What we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to the port. Right? Yeah. Manage our fleet. I don't think there's anything that we can really do here to actually upgrade our ships. We have 25,000, so it's not a ton of money, but it is enough for us to start thinking about upgrading. You know, just enough to think about it, not enough to actually upgrade it. Something to think about. Now it does look like there's a convoy here that's running from an army, right? It's about to get got. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to help, and we're going to just auto send. We may lose a couple units. We lost 1 unit, but we did help, and we got some money from it, which was important. Got money, we got prisoners. Oh fuck yeah, that for losing 1 unit, this was definitely worth it. We're just going to grab everything, and we're gonna leave. Super quick, super easy. Only lost 1 unit, which was a house champion, and that's honestly not that big of a deal, because those guys come back to us every 4 renown that we earn. So yeah. And now we're just going to go sell everything that we just plundered, essentially for free, for the cost of 1 unit, and we'll see how much 1 unit was worth. Now, we didn't get any ships out of it, which kind of sucks. Why are... Oh my god. Took so much damage from that. Maybe we did not make out of that as well as I thought we did. Ugh. We lost so much, like, ship HP from that. Holy crap. I mean, I guess, right? We could sell all of our Sumter horses, so we did not get ahead. Well, yeah, we'll get rid of our... No, we don't want to get rid of the Sumter horses. The Sumter horses are definitely helping us out a lot more than I thought they were. What else? What else is there? We can actually just discard these two, and that'll get us a decent amount of. All right, cool. And now we go back to the port. Set sail. Now we're kind of set. Go to our inventory. We're going to get rid of the large bag of arrows and the mountain hunting bow. We're just going to discard them. That should, in theory, help our troops get them unlocked quicker. In theory. Don't quote me on it. Pretty sure that's what the wiki says for the mod, but you know what? I've been wrong before. And now we're back in the strait. But hopefully this time we don't run in the deep part of the strait. Or, you know what? There may have been a storm going on. That might have been part of it, too. Not gonna lie, now I'm thinking about it. Oh, there was definitely a storm going on. That's why we took so much damage. You guys see how slow that's moving? That means I was definitely right up here when we were fighting. Now, you get a ton of XP just going around in storms, but it also costs a ton of boat health. And I'm not gonna lie, losing that much boat health, probably not worth it. Probably not worth it. Now, what we can do, we can disembark right here, and we can hire the Sturgeon Warriors and the Sturgeon Crewmen, as well as the Sturgeon Recruits. And then we should get back on our boat. Yep, cool. That was pretty simple, pretty easy. And we did level up our steward. So let's see what we got here. Minus 25% companion wages and recruitment fees. Discarded armors are donated to troops for increased experience. It's huge. Plus 1 extra food for each food taken during village raids, or and minus 25% troop wages in your party while as part of an army. We're gonna do paid and promise, because now we're gonna get bonus XP on top of helping upgrade our house units for all of the discarded loot. That's going to be very beneficial for us for increasing our troop quality. Because remember, guys, troop quality is very important. Troop quality to me is more important than like anything. I've always been a huge fan of having a higher quality army with just a less units versus, you know, having a shit ton of like low medium tier units. So anytime I can get a hold of like a tier 5 unit, 100% always go for it. There's definitely a bit of a balancing act in Bannerlord versus Warband, and even with Fire and Sword. Because then with Fire and Sword, there is you can build custom mercenary units essentially and like fully customize them out, similar to how you can do it with a Retinues mod. Okay, and I always went for like super tanky guys that had guns and everything like that, like the best armor and everything, and it was tons of fun. Not gonna lie. But that's where I kind of got into the mindset of like, oh, I've got 50 units. My 50 units can easily take on, you know, like 250, like 1v5, no problem. That's kind of like where I got the whole notion and idea of just having a ton of tanky units that, you know, do really well. And honestly, it's worked in every Mountain Blade title I've done. Easiest way to really deal with it is have about, you know, a quarter of your army, maybe half your army is like super beefy frontline tanks, and just have them do a shield wall right in front of you, and then you have, you know, over half your army be archers and have them off 2 flanks of archers, and you just make a kill box, and it works wonders. If you really want to, you know, go one level further, have a group of shock troops and maybe a group of cavalry. Once you hit like the point where you have over 200 units in your army, with 75 units, I can actually start doing a lot of strategies like that. Have like a solid base of 20-25 infantry, 50 really good archers just flanking. It would mow down most AI armies unless they were horse archers. So that's something to think about as well. There's a lot of different strategies you can go about it. I just have my own personal preferences on everything, you know, like most people do. So is what it is. Don't take anything that I say as gospel. I'm not claiming to be a really good player of the game or anything like that. By any means, I'm kind of mid at playing this game. I don't do the kind of shit that, you know, you'll see other guys that make guides on this game do. I don't do any of that. There's definitely lots of different ways you can get about it, but push comes to shove, you can probably win the game just by playing F1, F3, which pretty dumbed down. You need a lot of units for it, but F1, F3 gets you through most things. And if you guys don't know what F1, F3 is, okay, let me show you what F1, F3 is. Ready? Good. F1. Okay, F1 is typically when you're selecting somebody on their movement. F3 when you're on land is charge. You don't have a charge on ships, so joke doesn't quite work, but F3 is charge on your own ship. So yeah. All right, either way, we need to make sure that we're up close to the silver hair because I don't want them getting completely wiped the way that they were last time. But yeah, should be for the most part pretty good. Your party with war sales is merchant blacksmith storyline. I see a good city, Omor, in fact, to take over and have a full trade empire base out there. Omor is a really decent city, but I want Halverick. The one that's out on an island all by itself, right? That's the one I want. All right, boys, fuck them up. I have better armor now. Oh my god, the better armor is such a godsend. The better bow is helping a ton too. Holy shit. Not expecting that much of a difference. Headshots coming in clutch though. We are melting, guys. Melting them. Oh shit. I just took out my own dude. My bad, homie. My bad. I'll stop firing because I can't tell who's where. There's only 5 people on that boat over there, and that's the one that our allies are engaged on. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. Wait, is he driving away? Fuck you. Fuck you too. Damn, I'm good. We have won the battle with only 4 deaths this time. We're getting better, boys. Plenty of renown, plenty of influence. Give me the prisoners. Oh my goodness, we are gonna be, oh, so many upgraded troops. This is amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. Okay. So here's the thing. Discarding armor gives us XP. Weapons, not so much. Now, weapons will eventually become a thing as well, and then that's when we're really going to start cooking with gasoline for retinues. But, once again, don't care too much. We just want to grab all these things. The rest of this, I'm going to leave. Don't really need it. Troops gain an extra 1,000 experience, which is great. And then we're going to take a boat. And we're going to head back to Omor. Now that we... Oh, cool. That is why. Iron arming sword, simple light crossbow, and light bolts. Boom. We have unlocked them, and now what we can do, right? We don't have good crossbow on our units yet, right? So that's something to think about. We don't have good crossbow mechanics or anything like that. So we've been pumping points into archers. So we're not going to give them crossbows, but I want to give them a good ranged weapon, but yeah. Plus 20% damage dealt by swords, 20 morale for regular troops at start of battle, or plus 20 morale for mariner troops at start of battle. All of my units deal damage with axes. We're going with axes. And all my troops are going to be mariners, so yeah. All right, let's see here. What do we have? We have 4 cunning, 4 social, 3 vigor, 3 control, 3 endurance, 2 intelligence. Okay. You are not a steward. You are not going to be a governor. You have very mediocre overall stats. You have no specialties. You have absolutely no specialties. Your highest is in scouting, which is, I mean, scouting and rogue, which honestly aren't even that high. They really aren't that high. I'm gonna be honest. No, you're not. You know, I'm not. You're not it. You're not what I want. And now that I don't have to go hunting for, you know, a bride and they just come to me, I can be kind of picky about it. All right, we just leveled up our trade too, which is huge for us. Hell yeah. Price penalty when selling equipment or selling trade goods. You know what? We're going to do selling trade goods because honestly, don't know if you guys noticed, we're selling trade goods that we get from convoys. So yeah, kind of how it works. We have heavy storm cover, which gives plus 15 seaworthiness and plus 10% cargo capacity. That's a shit ton of cargo capacity. This is actually a really good upgrade for this ship. I'm not gonna lie, I may hold on to this boat. What is our troop requirement for us to actually skeletal crew is only 38. Oh, we're keeping this trade cog. The bounty of the evening star, bro. It's even named like kind of. We're keeping the trade cog. We're keeping it. Never know, you may need it. Okay, but now we're just going to make money by selling all the things that we just looted because, well, why not? Velvet, honestly, I should probably be keeping the velvet because I think it's going to be very useful for us when it's all said and done. We don't need 50 fucking horses. We just don't need that many horses. Go to the town center. Ragnar the Spice Trader makes you an offer. Local merchants are on edge awaiting an incoming caravan from Odok. You claim to have found its wreckage, looted by bandits. The price of goods would rise considerably. You know what? Raise demand to trade goods by 10%, no more. You know what? Yep, that works. And now, if only I hadn't have done that, because if I had waited just a little bit longer, we could have sold all this shit for even more. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I wanted to go to the tavern. I don't want to walk. I don't want to walk. Let me leave. Let me leave. Tavern. Ransom the prisoners. Holy shit. Yeah, we're making bank. We are freaking making bank. You know what? Let's see if we can replenish some of our troops here. We can recruit 3 more units. Might as well recruit them while we can. Back to the port, set sail. And just like that, we're good to go. We have over 200 food, which is giving us a shit ton of steward experience, right? And we are just kind of cooking. We have our Sturgeon Reavers, which are max tier, by the way. We're starting to get Sturgeon Reavers. We have 9 of them. Like, we're actually, like, we're really starting to level our guys up. A riot has broken out in the grocery store. I got out with 3 limbs intact. I'm currently blind in 1 eye. What limb did you lose? And more importantly, what was the riot over? I would ask what grocery store, but I'm almost positive it's got to be a Walmart. Sean, he's fucking with you. John, he's fucking with you. For the love of God, please no. DJ is... Oh man, DJ is he's a character. He's fine. He's definitely fine. And if he's not okay, then I don't know how the fuck he managed to bike home. You lost your leg? You lost your leg. How did you bike home? Huh? I know. Bro, I was worried. You had me worried there. I'm like, oh my God, please. No, Sean. This guy's just a menace. He's just a menace to society. Don't take what he's saying like face value, please. Don't enable the creature. Don't enable him. Hand over your goods or die. So really, all we're doing... Ooh, I am so tempted to auto-resolve this. I'm not going to. I'm not going to, because if I did, that would be the time that we lose all of our units. We're not doing it. But I'm tempted. Oh, fuck. We don't want these sails furled. I didn't say I lost a limb, only that 3 were intact. Oh, okay. What happened? Someone run over your foot with a cart? Is that your version of intact? I don't think we have D&D tomorrow, right? Like last week was supposed to be D&D week, so this week we don't have D&D, right? I think that's how that works. I don't know. I have to check. Have to check. All right, we have 2 boats. They have 3. I'm feeling pretty confident here. We have a lot of units. A very, very large amount of units. I'm feeling very, very confident. Just gonna get off of being in charge of the boat. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Please keep aiming at me with your freaking little crossbows. I dare you. See what happens. See what freaking happens. You're gonna die. You're gonna lose your life here. Stop it with the crossbows. Oh, I hit it. Dawnstar unit. My bad, boy. My bad, homie. Hee hee. Shot. Can I do it again? Nope, was not a headshot though, sadly. Damn. Oh my god, I keep missing. Fuck. There we go. That's 1 down. That was a bad shot still. That was a headshot in the back. That was the kill shot. Oh, these guys are trying to paddle away. Oh, never mind. They're trying to come back. They're working on it. I'm not even going to worry about it. Let it happen. I'm going to auto-resolve. Surely my 10-to-1 edge will let me win with 0 casualties. Guys who's about to lose 33% of his army. That's how it is, dude. What do I play in D&D? Sean, I currently play a paladin multi-class with a bard. So I've got a Oath of Vengeance paladin with a multi-class with 3 levels and College of Swords bard. Dawnstar, what is this, Skyrim? It's whatever I want it to be. I am the clan of the Dawnstar. Look at my white star. Kind of a... Yeah, see? That's the white star, the Dawnstar. We fight vampires. I don't even know if the Dawnstar are the ones that fight vampires. I think that's like a DLC, right? Can you kill the last... Are you... How are this many units incapable of killing one guy? What are we doing? Oh, there's 2. Sorry, apologies. Is it because all of the 2-handed axes are hitting the roof? I think it's because of that. Oh my, how was a single man holding off that many people? We lost 22 units. Holy shit. We lost a lot of units, not gonna lie. And then again, kind of knew that was gonna happen. Masterwork simple light crossbow. That is gonna be a upgrade for him quite a bit. Simple light crossbow, we'll leave that there. Thick horseman kite shield, no. Spiked battle axe, ooh, tempting, very tempting. Belt, velvet jewelry, Let's see here. Naldar, do you have any upgrades here? We will give you that. I could give you some light bolts and give you a simple light crossbow, right? Just so you have something that's a ranged weapon. And we can give you this instead of whatever the fuck you have. Legendary Cavalier boots. Okay, that works. And then we'll take the hides, we'll take the leather, the iron, the planks, the tools. What else we got here? Whale oil, bet. Cows. Oh. We'll take the hogs. Take literally anything and everything that is not nailed down. We can take, and we'll end up selling the horses too, because honestly, we don't need nearly that many horses. But yeah, should be good. Party gets a decent amount of XP. Hopefully we get at least a boat. We didn't get any boats. That's tragic. Oh my god, we just unlocked so much shit though. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Dawnstar is a town on the northern coast that Dawn Guard hunt vampires. Oh. You know what? Good. Good. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. You know what we're going to do? Instead of the Dawnstar House Champion, we're going to call them the Dawn Guard. The Dawn Guard. We need to come up with a good archer name that goes with Dawn, by the way. Just so we're all on the same page. Oh man, I love it. I love it so much. It's so memey. Oh fuck yeah. All right, what we got here? Minus 50% accuracy while rotating, or plus 25% reload speed with bows. We'll do reload speed so we can shoot faster, so we can throw more arrows down range quicker. We have to be crippling their at least some of their, you know, economy, right? We're just constantly freaking bombarding their trade, their fleet. You know what? Let's not sell an Omor. Let's go over here. Let's go up to Varnovopol. Or no, let's go to Diathma. Diathma's got to be like a decent spot, right? We might run into some Sea Raiders along the way too. You never know. I think I just saw Sea Raiders right before I opened this, so it's kind of funny. Oh yeah, I'm almost positive we opened some Sea Raiders. Oh yeah, we did. Oh fuck yeah. Give me these Sea Raiders. Come here. Fuck yeah, come here. You'll never take us alive. I'm very tempted to auto-resolve. I know better. We're not going to auto-resolve. We will not auto-resolve. But goddamn. Is it tempting? Is it freaking tempting? 9, 20, and 9. Oh, brother, they are foobarred. So, why does Dawnstar, beyond it being Skyrim, sound familiar? What is there? Is Dawnstar isn't the Mage Guild? That's Solitude, isn't it? Or is Dawnstar where the Mage Guild is and Solitude something different? It's been a while since I played Skyrim. Okay, then bear with me. A new hand touches the beacon. Holy shit. Why are we... Oh, fuck. So fast. Why we flew past those guys? Oh, bro, we got to turn around. I auto like 80% of my battles. And how many troops do you lose, Sean? How many troops do you lose? If every battle takes half of your army away, then you auto-resolve a lot. Look, man, all I'm saying is I have played enough Total War to realize that auto-resolving my battles, while it saves time, it generally fucks your units up. Now, half the time, I'll still do it. Now, if it looks like I'm going to win by a landslide, then I'll auto-resolve. Or if it's like, you know what, I don't care, I cannot be asked to fight this battle, then yeah, I'll do it. But right now, it's not the case. I need to fight my battles. Need to fight the battles out. That is the way we will do this. and got knocked out. All right, and now we're getting our units involved, finally, because we have a bigger unit, the bigger army. Something to think about. We have a very big army. Like, our ship has the majority of the units on it. Fell off the boat. Silly me. That guy's so fucked. All right, we'll see how many units we lost. 18, bro. So sad. Oh, we got some convoy guards. Cool. I don't think I want any of the convoy guards, not gonna lie. The trained infantrymen can turn into coast guards though, right? So we'll take the coast guards, and the trained infantrymen we'll take, and the shipmates. We'll take all of them. Legionaries I kind of want to take, but I don't think I will. They're really good units though. These are super good units. Maybe we will take them. We'll take the high end guys. I'm not taking the convoy guards though. They're just not good units. Just not good units. Yeah, I don't care if I'm leaving troops. Okay, that is an upgrade. You know what? This may be an upgrade for Naldar, right? Get him some form of upgrades here. I really don't think we'll be getting too much stuff here that we'll actually want, right? And something to just think about. But I will gladly take the butter, the olives, the date fruits, the hides. Like, I'll take all of that stuff, but we didn't really fight these guys, so we could get that. I was hoping for ships, and we got two. We got 2 light long ships. That's dope. Exactly what I wanted. And now we're gonna head back to Omor. I was gonna head to Diathma, but 1, there is a storm there, and 2, we just took a beating, right? What we're gonna do is we are going to sell the 2 light long ships that we got a hold of. And we're gonna trade, get rid of whatever. No, we're not gonna get rid of any of that stuff. We're gonna hold on to it. Go to the town center real quick, recruit all these terrible troops, go to the tavern, ransom the prisoners off. Back to the port, set sail. We're heading the opposite direction of the storm. I don't want to go that way. By the Varnova pole. Got 42 grand though. That's a decent amount of, that's a decent chunk of change, not gonna lie. Like, we're building up the monies that we need, right? And obviously we'll start looking into getting some really good ships once we can. Oh, what the fuck is this? Aloydia? Bro, this is a fucking nice looking boat. The heavy ship. This thing's pretty freaking nice looking, I'm not gonna lie. Look at that. Look at that. You can ram with this. This has a battering ram on the front. Oh, fuck yeah. I want it. I can't afford it, but I want it. That would be a very, very nice. And then the Grade Walrus as well. Man, look at all of these lovely boats. We just can't afford them. Tragic. But at least now we have an idea of, you know, what's available to us over here. Getting a hold of something that can ram would be really helpful for us, but it's not the end of the world, because we're also going to be looking for dromans and shit that we can actually mount, you know, fun siege weaponry to, right? Nope, we're gonna go here. We're gonna trade. We're also gonna recruit some people, but now we should be getting, you know, decent return. Hides are definitely not worth selling here. Iron ore is. Same with felt and jewelry and tools and whale oil and leather and velvet. I'll take all. I'll gladly take all that. We have a ton of grain to sell, so I don't even care if I'm crashing the market on grain. But we'll get rid of a bunch of it. Get rid of some butter. Get rid of some meat. Get rid of plenty of fish. The fish doesn't matter. The fish is basically free. Just getting rid of the carrying capacity. Get rid of some of the horses. Sell all the hogs and the cows. And we should be basically good to go there. Tavern district. Nope, don't need any of that. Recruit some troops. Let's get back up to at least over 70. Could look into the war banks. Not worried about it. Tavern district does not have a companion that we can hire. Ultimately, we've done basically everything we can here. One thing we could do is we could look into opening up a workshop here. Our Novopol has what, 2 towns attached to it. So we have Borchovagora, Umanki, and Yanguntum. So we have fish and hogs and hardwood. Okay. We can talk to the carpenter.
Yours
right?
is not
Carpenter doesn't have a.
Yours is not a facing.
How does the carpenter not have a? What?
Well, no.
A wood. Not sure how the carpenter did not have a woodwork shop, but you know what? It's fine. I assumed he would be the one that had the woodwork shop, but I assumed incorrectly, obviously. But now we have us another lovely trade agreement with the Nords. Okay, that's cool. I don't understand what the point of a trade agreement does, because it doesn't stop them from fighting you. I haven't quite figured that out. Maybe it forces people to trade, to send convoys your way. That might be it, right? Oh, dude, there's multiple fucking... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is gonna be glorious. I'm picking this one because it has less people. Hand over the goods. Only $2 grand. Okay. We could auto resolve this one. It's gonna be really rough if we do, though, so let's not, because like the problem is we're really close in power levels still, in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, we really are, and I just don't feel like taking that many losses ultimately. From what I looked up, it gives like a 2 to 5% increase to caravans. A 2 to 5% increase to caravans for trade agreements. Okay, I mean, better money and whatnot, right? Okay. We're gonna get that off. Slow down. We're throwing our hooks here. Hello. Oh, hello? Am I putting arrows into my own guy's shields or something like that? What is going on here? Okay, at least now we're not hitting our own units or something, right? Okay, we need to turn around. We need to fucking turn around. I don't understand why we weren't able to do the things that I wanted to do there, but we need to get to help our units out. Bad. boys are taking damage here. Need to get right on up there. Charge, boys. Get over there. I don't know why we're on defense ship. Get your asses over there. Help. We've lost a lot of our units here. That was a good headshot. Got anything else that we can go for here? We got a lot of crossbowmen up here. A lot of crossbowmen up there. Gotta thin these numbers out. Should be good. Man, we lost. I feel like we would have lost more too if I didn't auto resolve though. So we're still losing like half our units, but looting a decent amount. So worth it? Maybe. We'll see. Oh, we got a lot of recruits that just got upgraded though. Walrus Tusk honestly didn't get nearly as much trade goods as I thought we would on that, but we did get a lot of oil, so I guess that helps. Oil, wine, planks, you know, not terrible, right? A little bit of hardwood, not a ton. Got a lot of, I mean, Did get a hold of a Western galley and a trade cog though. I'll gladly take that. Oh, we got a plaid dress unlock. Nice. Ship skeletal crew is up to 54 now. We are not quite there, and that's a little rough, but that's okay. We'll get there again. We'll get there again. We go ahead and sell our prisoners and everything off at Omor, or we could head to Diathma for once. So let's actually see if we can make it to Diathma. Let's say get rid of some of the broken ships that we have, though. We don't need we don't need to be over our fleet capacity by any means. Okay, now we're no longer over fleet capacity, and we'll be able to easily get to Diathma. We just need to be a little bit aware of Sea Raiders, because some of the bigger Sea Raider stacks will be in the 60s, and we cannot fight a 60 some odd Sea Raider stack, right? Something to be aware of, right? Now we can trade with Diathma. Hopefully we'll make some good money here. Debatable. Debatable. But you know what? We're gonna sell it all anyway, because a lot of it's basically free. Like a lot of this stuff we basically got for free. We're essentially printing money, right? So don't need to be too worried about it or anything like that. Then we'll go to the town center. Tavern. Ooh, got a healer here. Ransom the prisoners off. Take a look at her, right? So she has 162 in medicine. She has 79 smithing for some reason. Ultimately her stats aren't great, but having a lot in healer, pretty worth it, right? So what we can do is we can talk to her, and we'll just recruit her. She looks like she's Battanian descent, right? Just based off of what we're looking at here. So we'll hire her anyway. And honestly, having multiple backgrounds and a whatnot for your units, yeah, culture Battanian, is really good, because if you take over a Battanian area, you want to have at least a governor that's going to be of the same type of stuff for you, right? Bartering cost, item prices are marked relative to average price, plus 30% carrying capacity for your party. Or minus 50% cost of bartering for safe passage. You know what? Bartering for safe passage will do that. It's me out of trouble a lot, so definitely worth it. Minus 30% cost of ship upgrades, plus 30 dinners for each ship repaired at governed settlement. Ooh, or minus 30% cost to ship repair costs. Okay, and plus 500 dinners for each ship bought or sold in governed settlement. Huh. I feel like people won't buy boats that often, so we're gonna do repairs instead, right? That's just my thought process. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the port and let's manage the fleet. Let's see if what we have here. I doubt they're gonna be selling a Droman, but you know, never know. There's a Dromakian. Dromakians can actually have a ballista as well, so we don't need to have a Droman in order to have, you know, a ballista. By the way, they have Dromans, they have Dromakians. Bro, this is pretty freaking cool, not gonna lie. I would not mind having a hold of a Dromakian or a Droman. Either of those. Look, excellent ships. Look at these. Look at these are some nice fucking boats. Can't afford them, but nice to know that they're there, right? They're there, and they're available for us. All right, what are we looking like kingdom-wise? Like, I know that we're not doing much, right? Because we're just, you know, a mercenary, but it's just something to kind of think about. What is our, yeah, we have 15 influence, which is funny. We have 4 members, 0 fiefs, but we're not going to get any fiefs anyway, because you know what? We're a mercenary. That is our purpose. We're almost clan tier 2 though, which will be really big. Because that allows us to become a vassal if we choose to do so. We're not going to choose to do so, but it'll be available for us, right? We are making money. We have a marriage offer. What do we have here? We have a non-battle unit, has a ton of roguery, cruel, close-fisted, and calculating. We're going to decline. I don't know how many more times we're going to need to go beat the crap out of some convoys, but we're eventually going to get a hold of a Dromakian or a Droman. Okay. That's going to be our goal for the stream. We have what, an hour and some change left until we're done. I think we can do that. We can easily do that, right? What we got here? Crewman, nice. Hunter, woodsman, nope. Warrior, yep. Warrior. Recruit. Cool. It works for me. And now we'll go back to our fleet. We're gonna head over here. Trade agreement with Battanians, nice. Repair ships. Town center. Gain 50 influence. Tell them the whole thing gives you a headache, or earn 1,000 crowns. I'll gladly take the 50 influence, even though I'm sure all that does is give me more money. It gives me a shit ton of money, actually. Kind of cool. The hyena. You know what? We're not gonna hire you. What I will do though is we're gonna recruit a ton of units, but not all of them, right? Because I don't want woodsmen. Woodsmen do not have mariner traits, so not worth any of that for us. Got to make sure that all of our units are mariners at some way, shape, or form. 2 hours. No, we're not. We're not. An hour and 10 minutes. That's what we're looking like. Okay, we're chasing this convoy. I'm going to catch this convoy. I want the convoy. I'm going to get the convoy. I don't know where the fuck he went. Fuck. Not relevant anymore. Fuck me. Are we at war with anybody now? No. Oh man, how am I supposed to make money? Tragic. You guys just ruined it. Ruined it for me. I gotta wait here. I'm not at war with anybody. This is boring. For the shot. No. I mean, we are gaining a lot of experience in like trade and whatnot too, right? Like our trade's going up because we have 2 workshops going. Our steward's going up because we have a shit ton of food. Medicine's not going up that much, but you know, I mean, for the most part, everything's like leveling up at a semi-decent rate. Charm will go up a ton once we get married. Like charm will go up so fucking much. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be huge. We clan level 2 yet? No. We need 5 more influence. Okay. Well, you know what? We're not at war with anybody. What we are going to do, now that I think about it, is we are going to set sail. We're going to go to a Nord area, and we're going to get some of our clan troops tiered up a bit more. So, up to 44 there. We're going to keep increasing our archery on our house guard, which we still need to come up with a new name for him, but yeah. So let's go see if we can at least learn a few things or get some new gear upgrades for everybody. So we can go up to 79 troops. That would give us 8 more units that we can convert into our own personal units, right? Ooh, 75 trade. There we go. Double the relationship gained by resolved issues with artisans, minus 15% price penalty when buying from villages, or while selling animals. Double the relationship gained by resolving issues with merchants. While selling animals versus buying from villages. Yeah, we'll do buying from villages. I do enjoy buying from villages. Our daily gold change is definitely not doing the best anymore. I wonder how much money are we actually making from our workshops? 83 and 91. Honestly, it's not terrible. We could definitely do some alleys while we're waiting for a new war to pop up. We can take over an alley in like Varnovopol and an alley in O'More. Just start getting a little bit more extra money coming in, be an extra 30 or 40, right? Not gonna be a ton, but every little bit of income does help. Repair the ships, town center. Let's go ahead and recruit. With these guys, you can recruit anybody. The clan, troops, house guard, convert 7 of them over, being our Dawn Guard units. Okay, let's see here. What on earth do you... Why is this so expensive? Oh my god. Oh my god. Regular longbows. Recurve bows. Hold up. Hold up. We might be able to do something. We might be able to do something. Take a look at the troops. Alright. Equipment wise, what are we looking like for here? We can do simple light crossbows. We can do a standard longbow. We can do arrows or stacked bodkin arrows, but most likely just regular arrows. So what I'm going to do, and this may work, this may not work. So let's start off with just standard arrows, right? Because I don't think they have barbed arrows or anything. Stacked barbed arrows, right? I don't think they do. No, they don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 20 arrows. Okay. We're going to go to inventory. I'm going to discard 20 arrows. I don't think that did anything, which is why I tested it. That was testing. Oh no, arrows are unlocked now. Arrows definitely just got unlocked. We did not have arrows beforehand. I swear to God, we did not have arrows unlocked beforehand. Okay, so longbow, right? Longbow, we're at 11%. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna buy the longbow that we have. This longbow is not an upgrade over the sturgeon shortbow that we have, but we're gonna discard them one at a time. Actually, I'm gonna discard 2. How close are we on longbows now? 31%. Cool. So it is about 15% or somewhere around there, which is good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna discard like another 4, 5. Cool. That should get us there with our troops. I think we're there with nope, longbow's at 81%. Okay. Not quite there. Get rid of the last 3. Now I'll take a look at the troops again. Longbow requires 15 bow. We're not quite there yet, bro. We are so close. It's so upsetting. Look, we're 1 off. 1 off. 1 skill point off. You deposit goods at work for wood, for example, into the workshop, you can increase the output. True. You would also increase your profit margins because you wouldn't need to buy anything. Right? We're so freaking close to having the longbow unlocked. But what I can do is I can set this up to have arrows already, right? The Drenger long axe. Let's see here. Drenger long axe will increase swing damage from 60. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. And that'll give a nice upgrade, right? Weapon 2, rope bound shield versus round shield. 85 speed versus 87 speed. This is more hit points. We're gonna hold on to the more hit points. Head. Do we have any steel cap with nose guard? Oh fuck yeah, dude. That's gonna cost a pretty penny, but we're doing it. Hood gives 1 more armor, not worth it. Layered leather tunic, 1126 versus 1244. At pirate leather armor, 1586. Ooh. Gloves, leather gloves, splinted bracers, 7 versus 4. We'll do splinted bracers. Legs, we have the best legs with woodland leg wraps right now. The looks of it. Okay. Once we get bows on these guys, they're going to be pretty good. Not going to lie. Let's give them the pirate leather armor just cuz, right? That's good. Cool. I'm feeling pretty good about that. On guard. Go ahead and upgrade these guys too. 3-1. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the pirate leather armor as well. Get them set up with some splinter bracers. We got to make sure that our guys have the best stuff available, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking. They already have a long axe, tall tipped long spear versus a drilled leaf short spear. I mean, we could do that. I'm not entirely certain if we need to give them spears since we're going to be like melee. So what we may do is just swap them to throwing axes, right? Give them a throwing axe, or we can look into getting them 2-handed axes or something of that sort too, right? Something that just feels, you know, like beefy. But maybe not. Ultimately, we can just set them up with a second Nord throwing axe. Costing us a decent amount of money, but you know what? I feel like it's gonna be worth it once you get these troops set up to where they're actually like doing pretty good, right? The house guard, I kind of want. Okay, so we have the Dawn Guard, who are supposed to be our tanky infantry, right? These guys are gonna be our infantry, and we'll upgrade their throwing, and their one-handed, and get them squared away. We'll probably get rid of their pole arm, but house guards, they're gonna be archers and one-handed, but mostly archers. And we're just making sure that they have a shield and an axe equipped in the off chance that they do get wrapped up into melee. And we'll go to doctrines. What can we do? We can unlock militia troops, 100% rebate on clan culture gear. Hero counts twice for unlocks. Ooh, that's pretty good. 5 HP to retinues, plus 5 to skill caps. Upgrade 100. Upgrade 100 basic custom troops to max tier, 0 out of 100. Lead an army for 10 days in a row. Defeat a party twice your size using only custom troops. Cannot do that. Personally defeat 5 tier 5 plus troops in one battle. Haven't quite done that yet. Retinues, nope. Armory, win a tournament wearing only armor of your own culture, nope. Personally slay 50 assailants during a siege defense, raise the militia value of a fief to 400. Okay, so all of these we cannot do yet. So I like how they're like quest focused as well, but yeah, we're not quite there yet. Lion's share we'll definitely get once we do a defensive siege though. So a lot of those doctrines will actually be a lot easier for us to do later on. We got arrows and longbow unlocked, which is awesome, what we needed. Now we just need to sea raiders. Come here, come hither, come to me. Why are we slow? Why are we so slow? Why are they so much faster than us? Holy shit, dude, we almost fucked up. We almost had to fight 2 sea raiders. We almost fucked up there. Got anybody we can upgrade? Oh fuck yeah, we do. Crewman. We can do warrior. No, I'm gonna. Oh, these are these Nords? Yeah, these are Nords. What we'll do is we're actually gonna go to our troops. Transfer a couple of those Nord younglings over to being these guys. We're almost there. Oh, okay. We're gonna auto resolve this one. I want more of my custom troops, so if we lose anybody, it is what it is. I just want custom troops. And the more custom troops we can get a hold of, the higher their XP value will go. That's something to think about. Imperial Coast Guard is what we want, right? Yep, we want Coast Guard. And then upgrade the Coast Guards. Yep. Don't care about that. Hazel Helm over Mail. Ooh. Oh, that's an upgrade for us. Big upgrade for us. We'll do that. Tinted Kettle Hat. We'll do that. Do that. Drop that. There's quite a bit of stuff here that we could try to rock and give us some upgrades here, but I'm not going to be too focused on it. I am going to grab all of the goodies that I can find, but the rest of this we're just going to discard. Kind of hurts to discard some of this stuff, of course, because you're like, man, that's like that's money, but also it can help us, 1, level our troops, and 2, unlocks new gear like a Rough-Hide Cap. Rough-Hide Cap, I'm not sure if that's actually going to be a big upgrade for us, but it's just something to think about. But now we've lost enough units that we can actually recruit some, and if we can recruit them, we can get a hold of some more house guards. Scions turn into our high-end units. Younglings turn into our low-end units. So we'll do that. Oh, dude, we clan tiered up. That's huge. Yep, we clan tiered up something here. So now we can actually go to our clan troops, upgrade our limits. Oh my god, we can have so many units now. Convert these guys over. Convert these guys over. We're gonna have to go on a. We're gonna have to go explore a bit. I want to get capped out on as many custom units as we can, because there is something for us to actually defeat, like a troop with nothing but custom units, right? That's something we got to be kind of aware of too. So all the scions we'll grab. Ooh, these Heath Guards are actually really good units. I want them anyway. I don't care if they're not, you know, gonna be customizable or anything like that. I just want them. You never like give up a free tier 4, tier 5 unit. Okay, that's just what I'm gonna say. You guys are too good to not have. Nord younglings are so freaking good. So good. They're like arguably the best tier 1 unit in the game because they're the only tier 1 unit that has shields. Only tier 1 unit that can actually shield wall. That's huge. Now, of course, now that we've got, you know, retinues, a little bit different, but we lost a unit. Well, we lost a house guard. Damn. Did not expect to lose a house guard, but is what it is. We're gonna leave all that stuff. We don't need any of that. We're just gonna slowly make our way back over here. We can always summon our fleet back, right? Oh, marriage offer. What we got? What we looking like? What are we looking like? Oh, fuck yeah. That got me up to max. Awesome. We'll do that. Going to convert all of the units over real quick. All right. So we have 36 out of 42 house guards, which is good, right? We're just not quite there for XP to next skill, but that's okay. We're making it. 99 out of 130. Okay. Oh, dude, we can actually game this to where they're not quite set up to be full, right? We can get these guys squared away. I'm up to 15. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. This is going to be great. All right, they're at 55 out of 130 now. Once they hit 130, I think that's when we're actually able to increase their tier. Okay, but now we're getting them squared away to be one-handed, bow, and athletics. And now that they've got 15 bow, longbow for weapon 4. We now just unlocked so many archers. Our unit, we have so many archers now. Think about it, right? Our Dawn Guard, Dawnstar House Guard, we now have they're now classified as a ranged unit. We now have 38 archers. Oh, that's such a huge change in our freaking battle plan. Oh my god, we have so many archers now. This is awesome. And we're just going to keep making them better as they tier up, right? It's gonna be awesome. I'm stoked. Absolutely stoked for it. Now, hopefully, they're good. They have terrible stats right now, but I'm hoping that as we get them ranked up a little bit higher, we'll start seeing some goodness come out of them, right? And then the actual Dawn Guard, what we're going to do is we are going to lower all of their non-essential stats as well. They're not going to be horses or anything like that. We don't need them to be using pole arms or two-handed. They're going to be one-handed and throwing, as well as athletics, of course. So we'll get them squared away as well. Can't tier them. We cannot create a tier 3 version or anything like that. So we get them maxed out. There's just something to be aware of. But yeah, it should be good. Should be good. We're going to call our fleet here. Oh, let's take a look. Who do we have a marriage offer from this time? You have 147 roguery, 121 tactics, and 139 scouting. That's okay. 127 charm. What else do we have? You have very low intelligence. You have mediocre endurance, 108 athletics and horseback, 107 on throwing. Kind of mediocre rest of your combat stats. You have not very good ship stats. I'm just not really feeling it. Not feeling it. Retinue max tier, I think it's 6. I think it's either 5 or 6. It's up there. We have a ways to go. Let's put it that way. And I kind of wish Retinue leveled up quick. Like, I will say that. I wish Retinues, like, leveled the way that standard units do, but they obviously don't. Otherwise, they would be leveling up a hell of a lot quicker. Discarded weapons are donated to troops for increased experience. Fuck yeah. Yes. Based. Absolutely based. And now we're going to be upgrading everything that isn't our retinue unit super quickly. But we now have a sizable army that is retinue based, 100%, right? And now we're going to start auto-resolving. Because auto-resolving, one, we can replenish our retinue units super quickly, right? That's something to think about. Rebel faction is Emergent Sturgia. They're led by... Okay, I don't care about that. So we do have an enemy now, actually. Trade workshops gather trade rumors. Yes. Plus 30 good for E. Yes, we'll do that. Yeah. We are... Where are the rebels? I don't see the rebel faction. Anyway. But what we're going to do is we're going to be auto-resolving a lot of these things. So we can start, you know, getting our guys tiered up, and we have units that we need to sell. I just realized I didn't get moonshine when I went home for Christmas. How do you go? Okay, one, well, that could have been a little rough, not gonna lie. Okay, we need to sell the light longship. Don't need the light longship. Now we repair everything. Forgot about that. We don't need to go to trade. We need to go to town center. Then we'll get rid of stuff. Cool. You. Lycos the Butcher. I'm not gonna lie, you would make a great alley leader. An amazing alley leader. I think I'm gonna hire you.
God, wine here tastes like pit.
Yep. Port, set sail, and we should be good. What is our... Okay, we are at max capacity right now, so is what it is. Cool. Now we're gonna make our way back over to Omor, slowly but surely, and go from there. Fuck, we're at war with the Khazaits now. Honestly, that's fine. They are terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible at sea. Should be, in theory, right? In theory. We do not want to fight the Khazaits on land. We are built to be for sea battles. We are not built for land battles by any means. So what we are going to do is we're just going to be prepped, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we've been doing. Whenever we get to the point where we can have a better boat, we'll do it. But right now, don't have the option for better boats by any means. We do have a decent amount of... We have 2 focus points that we can start burning, right? Start thinking about that. Now, we're not at the point where we're going to be losing a lot of XP rates yet. So... just something to kind of keep in mind, but I'm not too terribly worried because we're not at our learning limits or anything like that. And if we end up getting under siege, that's where we're really going to pop off, because we can hit like Varnovopol or Teal or something like that and fight a defensive siege battle, and that should help us out quite a bit. I'm hoping. New convoy. Another convoy instead. This one's right on top of me. Oh yeah. Do we auto resolve this? Yeah, we auto resolve it. Fuck it. 25 units down. That is rough. A lot of them are archers. Oh boy. Lost a lot of archers on that one. But we got really good gear. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, we got good gear. Legendary Nomad helmet. Not gonna lie, I don't like how it looks. I mean, I don't really like how the nasal helmet looks either. So we'll just keep doing the old shuffle of everything, right? Ooh, those are some good shoulders, not gonna lie. Give this to Perrin. Heavy recurve masterwork. Ooh. That's better than what we got. It is better than what we got. We only have a standard recurve bow. You could definitely use this. I'm not gonna lie. Let's take the jewelry and the cows, right? Take a lot of these things. Large bag of arrows, we'll put that there. Step horse we'll take. Fur, hides, leather, all that fun stuff we're taking. Linen. Take all the trade goods, all the animals, all the things that we can either eat, use, or something or other. Oh my god, are we? Oh no, we're not overweight. Cool. I was like, how the fuck am I overweight? I was about to question a lot of things. Got a lot of XP for that. And we got a Dow, which I'll take. And now we're down to 73 units. They should heal up fairly quickly. We are in the middle of a freaking storm, which is rough, but is what it is. We'll go to Varnovopol real quick, and we'll keep pushing. Manage the fleet, sell the Dow. We don't need the Dow. Sailing through the storm hurt, obviously, and then we'll go ahead and trade what we can off. Don't need all the flax. We don't need the cows, hogs, or sheep. Get rid of all the wool and salt. We're honestly, we're just gonna get rid of like fucking everything. I don't want to really worry about banking anything or anything like that. We'll just get rid of what we got that we don't need. Have a metric fuck ton of food that we really don't need a lot of either. And we'll get rid of the steppe hunters and steppe horses. Town center, tavern district, ransom the prisoners off. You are not terrible, you're just not great at anything. You're from the Empire. I can probably hire you, right?
Your health.
Okay. Now the next question is, do we take over an alleyway while we're here, or do we just say fuck it and keep going? I'm thinking fuck it and keep going. 25% chance per hour of campaign time to catch fish while sailing on campaign map. Plus 15% catch brought in by fishing boats to settlements, or plus 2% travel speed. 100% travel speed. Recruit troops, start replenishing everybody, and we will head back to the port, set sail. Let's go. That's a big old army heading to Teal. Not sure why. All right, let's get our Sturgeon crewmen set up. Veteran crewmen for Sturgeon Reavers, recruits to warriors, woodsmen. I'll get them set up as hunters at the very least. And I'm gonna go take out some fishermen. It should be a very, very simple fight. I don't think we're gonna lose anybody, but you know what? Because I say I don't think we're going to, we may, but we'll see how it goes. Didn't get their boats. Kind of unfortunate. I really went and did that for the boats. Looks like you don't get boats if you require them as prisoners. Or acquire them as prisoners. So, unfortunate. Is what it is. Now we have a bunch of peasants that we have as prisoners, which are basically fucking useless to me, so... Oh, cool, we leveled up. We could increase endurance, right? We have no points in smithing. I'm just going to put a point in smithing just to prepare for it. I will put 1 into control as well, since bow is our primary stat, right? Our primary damaging ability. Okay, we have other fishermen over here. Send forth the ships. Should be a really easy auto resolve. Yep. We'll leave everything there. We don't need any of this. Do I get to keep a boat? Oh, fuck yeah. I get 2 fishing ships. And then we're going to go sell them at Varnopol. Fishing ships may only be worth a couple hundred. I don't know how much they're worth, but more money than what we got, right? Manage the fleet. Sell the fishing ships. Bro, these fishing ships are worth something. Holy fuck. Fishing ships definitely, like, they should not be worth that much. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not gonna question it. I'll take it. I'll gladly take it, but fuck. And we have a ways to go still on our troops, probably. Sturgeon crewmen. Let's see if we have any XP for our guys. It does not look like we have any here. We do have some for these guys though. Let's start slowly increasing. Do we have any new equipment that will be an upgrade for us? Does not look it at all, but you never know. You never know. Sometimes it's worth just taking a look. Nope. And we got a Dawnstar house guard back. Cool. We need to come up with a new name for the house guards, which are our archers. So we have the Dawn Guard, who are our infantry troops that are like the elite versions, right? And then the house guard. So instead of the Dawn Guard, we need to come up with a different name, right? I don't have a good name. I don't know of a good name. Sean, come up with a name for the troops, or somebody in chat, come up with something. We already have the Dawn Guard. We can come up with like something a little bit better suited for your offensive, like archer kind of thing, right? Maybe. But obviously, I don't want to do something like Dawn Spear because that seems dumb because they don't use spears. But just something to kind of think about. I was really hoping that there would be a Khuzait envoy over here. I'm kind of itching to fight a defensive siege too, and I'm very surprised the Khuzaits are not pushing and besieging any of our shit. Very, very surprised. Well, we're besieging them up here, so that'd be part of the reason. Oh shit, it's a lot of Sea Raiders. Let's go help them out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. How to resolve it. We're gonna lose a ton of people, but it's fine. Only lost 14. Expected to lose more. How did we only get 51% of the loot? Weird. Velvet, fur, pottery, tools, leather, planks, wine, linen, or hides, hogs, sheep, all of the fun things that they got because these guys beat the fuck out of a couple of caravans from the looks of it. We did not get any of the boats though. That's kind of tragic. Kind of tragic. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. I am somewhat upset, but it's not the end of the world. Nord Hearthguard turn into the Huskarls, right? And the Huskarls are essentially what our elite units will be turning into too, as well, so to speak. It's slightly different. I'm not going to give them spears. I don't want them to have spears. They don't need them. I'm just going to refuse to fight where I have to fight horses. Just going to refuse to fight horses, 100%. We fight defensive sieges, and we fight on boats. And since everything's going to literally be within my, these retinue units are only my units. It's not like anyone else gets them. So I can technically decide to do whatever the fuck I want with them, right? Look at all the Sturgeon Warriors we can get. We do need to look into replenishing our troops a little bit, right? Horse Thief, what are you? You're Battanian. I already have a Battanian. I don't need another one. Is there anything else that we need here? No, let's go to the port, manage the fleet. I don't think we can really afford to buy any boats either. I think about it. We get 62,000, which is a decent amount, but it's not enough for us to do too much with, right? Ultimately, let's go to the Hardguard. This will be sketchy because we need to go through the rivers that the Khuzaits will be going through. Viking style units named Berserkers, Wolfskins, Ivar, U equals bow. Right, but remember our clan is called the Dawnstar, so we need to potentially look into I don't know. Ooh, marriage offer. Why do you have polearm? I don't want a polearm user. I'm so picky. Now that I'm actually getting marriage offers, I'm just like super picky. Super fucking picky. Bro, can you imagine us just coming out of here? Like, just being on a boat and being like, you know what? I see a castle right here that's not defended. Just fucking yeet directly onto that. Oh my god, that'd be great. We can do that. Oh fuck, dude, there's 900 units in that army. I don't want to be anywhere near it. The biggest thing is you don't want to fight the Khuzaits in a spot where they can utilize their horse archers. Trust me, if you do, you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have a really, really, really bad time. All right. But now that we're hitting this point, right, we should be able to start like recruiting some pretty decent units because we're up here. We're not at war with the Nords, thankfully. So we can recruit. Okay, well, the war proven would be good. I'll take the younglings and the scion. Fuck it, we'll take the proven too, because well, why not? We have a some got a little bit of wiggle room with our units here. Our unit capacity, not a ton of wiggle room. Like, we should definitely be prioritizing units that we can actually like turn into custom units here. But youngling. Ooh, don't want the warrior. Warrior's not going to be useful. Tragic. Don't need the rest of those guys. Just head over here to Fair Gap real quick. All right. We have any scions by chance? No scions, only warriors. Not what we want. That's okay. Because every troop that we recruit that's just a standard youngling is one of our archers, right? Hearthguard, worth it. Scions, fuck yeah. Scions are going to be our good our custom melee units, right? And we'll just go to our troops, get everyone transferred over and converted over. And we can have a large portion of our army set up as custom troops simply because I had I built configured it that way. I want the vast majority of my army to eventually be custom troops, which is why it is set up the way it's set up. Oh, that's too many, but you know what? That's worth it because that just means we can get rid of some of these guys that aren't our custom units, right? Like we can get rid of the Imperial Shipmate. We can get rid of, you know, Freeman Archer, the Sturgeon Hunter. We'll keep the Freeman Archer. We'll get rid of the Sturgeon Hunter instead. All right. Now we'll go back to our troops and get everyone squared away. It's 17 out of 22 for that. And we'll take 34 out of 44 for that. And that's nice and good for us. And now we will head back over here to our fleet and we're going to board because I want to be on this side of the peninsula. I do not want to be over at Balgard. Scouting. Water Diviner, plus 10% sight range when traveling on steppes and plains, plus 50% daily chance to increase relation. Notable when you enter a village or enter a town. Good travel speed. Plus 4 starting battle morale when attacking. Recruitment rate of tier 1, 2, and 3 prisoners, or plus 50% recruitment rate for tier 4 plus. Battle morale when defending. Let's do defending. Got a name for your archers? It's kind of mid, but it's the theme. All right, what you got? Dawn skins, Dawn you. How lame is it? What are we talking about here? In before he just says the Dawn Archer. Dawn Archer, Bro, did you just take an entire army and lose it in this castle siege? What are you doing? How are you? Bro, Sturgis trash sometimes. Absolutely freaking garbage. So funny how bad they are. Oh, the Sea Raiders are running from me now. All right. Oh. Fishers. Give me your boats. I want your boats. Send forth ships. I take none of this stuff. I just want the boats. Give me the boat. Dawn's Ray. I don't hate that, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. I don't hate it. Oh, that's 100 units. That is those are 2 Sea Raiders stacked on top of each other. All tight like. And the funniest thing is that our house guards and the Dawn Guard are super cheap upkeep. They're so cheap right now because they're technically tier 1 and tier 2 units. Absolute, like, disgusting how cheap they are. They're also terrible units too. Like, we have to remember that. Like, I'm over here going, oh man, look at all this gear and what they've got on. They have awful stats. Absolutely awful stats. It's one of the reasons why I want my entire army to be filled with them, so they can level up their stats and actually become better units. Like, just constantly fighting is what we need to do. We just need to, like, essentially auto resolve, just F1, F3 these guys. Let them go fight. Alda is now of age. Do we have a defensive battle anywhere? No. God. Painful. Absolutely painful. Good clan. 17. I don't have any upgrades for the Dawn Guard, but you know what? We'll do it. The Dawn's Ray. We can turn these guys into Noldor tier units. Oof. Okay, what do we got here? Garbage. Why is no one giving me good battle units? Give me a good battle wife. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I am coming for you. You are so fucked. Absolutely fucked. Oh no. Okay. Do we auto resolve this? Yeah, we outnumber you 2-1. I don't care how many units I lose. Maybe I do care how many units I lose. Holy shit. 16. Cool. Oh, so many fucking units, dude. Oh my god. And it's always my custom units because of how bad they are. They're so bad. Holy crap. I want them to get better, but it just takes so much time for them to get better. Holy shit. Painful. Absolutely painful. I don't think it matters like how good of gear they have on. If their stats are trash, then they're still fucking trash. Kind of feels bad, man. It is what it is, but shit. We get 4,000 experience. That's a lot of XP. Here, curved boots and Sumpter horse. Nice. Did you guys level up at all? Ooh. Oh. Making progress, at least, right? Kinda, sorta, maybe. You already have the longbow, weapon 3. You've got regular arrows. There's nothing better I can get you there. 3, 0, and 3. Not anything super awesome that we can do here. One thing that we could look into, right, is start looking into seeing if we can get a hold of like some really high-end stuff, like maybe some Norse chainmail, and just start selling chainmail or mail shirts and just dropping them. If we can get a hold of any of them, like by buying them, we could discard them to get our units at least tankier. Now, obviously, having tankier units helps, but it doesn't fix the fact that, you know, we don't get a stats with them, right? It's just straight up, oh, well, technically it's better, but it's just still not much of a huge move or anything like that. We'll get rid of the coursers and the roundseas. Plenty of money there. Just for shiggles, what are we looking at? What do you guys have? Huscarl halberd, you only have one of those. Huscarl decorated mail shirt. Bronze scale vest. There might be something there, right? Like the scaled vests or leather armor with iron plates. I feel like some of these may actually be something that we can like buy and put on our units by discarding them. So that's something to start thinking about too, right? Because we did that already with the longbows. So something to keep an eye on, right? Let's start looking at like what we can do helmet wise. Like nasal helm over mail, nasal helm over leather. So nasal helm over mail would be a decent one. For Sturgia, the Northern Closed Warlord helmet would be huge. Because that looks like it has a shit ton of armor. Same thing with the Sea Raider goggled helmet. Like both of those would be pretty good. Warlord helmet over mail. A lot of these actually look pretty decent. Capes, we could do a lot of these capes probably. Scale shoulder guards, bear pelts. I feel like the scale decorated scale shoulder guards may be one of the better options, or reinforced lamellar pauldrons. Either one of those would probably be pretty decent. So we can look at the pauldrons potentially. I doubt we're going to get very decent armor that way, but iron plates would be something. Decorated mail shirt versus regular mail shirt would also be something, right? Nordic heavy mail shirt, Norse chainmail. Yeah, there's definitely stuff that we can get a hold of here that would help us out. What about the bronze? Is the bronze armor part of this by any means? Bronze scale vest, yes, they are. Bronze scale vests are actually really good. So, okay. We're gonna see if we can get a hold of something here that'll actually help us out. Nasal helm over leather would give really good armor. 23 armor is really good. Don't want raise that bronze scale vests would count, right? Heavy lamellar vests, I don't think those count. Now 22 4 and 4 versus 28 4 and 4. Okay, there is a bit of a quality gap there. Decorated. Okay, these things 4 and 7, not terrible, right? What else can we do here? I'm just trying to figure out what would work and what we can start stockpiling up. Because the thing is that the Huskarl decorated mail shirt, like that stuff, that is like significantly more expensive than what we can afford, right? Like we can't afford 10 of these and then just discard them. That's literally all of our money. But you know, if we spend $3,000 on something, that might be worth having, right? You know, something like that. It's just kind of where my thought process is. It's not, you know, set in stone or anything like that. It's just one of those deals where I'm like, you know what, this may be beneficial for us. I don't think I got rid of my prisoners, did I? I did not. Did not. Okay, we are at 80. We need to go recruit another 20 plus units. So we need to make our way back on up here. Looks like we're still on the offensive and we're not defending anything yet. Unfortunate. And that's going to be really unfortunate for us because guess what? We're going to be running out of time here. Now, the good news is I do have a goal that I'll be doing for offline grinding. One, I'm going to start leveling up my smithing a little bit. And two, what I'm going to do is I am going to work on leveling up these retinue troops because holy shit, they take a while to level up. And it's going to just straight up take us forever. And I really want to hit at least tier 2 on the retinue troops, right? Auto resolve this. Hopefully we don't lose 30 units. We only lost 12. That's doable. I don't want any of the convoy units. We'll just take all of the prisoners. We are going to, ooh, the bear pelts. The bear pelts are actually going to be great for us. So we'll leave those. Keep the furs, keep the olives and everything like that. But the rest of this, we're honestly just going to leave. We don't need it. And it's going to be beneficial for our troops. Reinforced thick tunics, cool. That might be an upgrade, probably not, but it could be. Taking out sea raiders and just letting all of that stuff like rot is probably going to be really good for us. Oh. Okay, we are a little low on troops. Not looking great for us, but I think we'll be okay. Do we have anybody that we can upgrade? Yeah, we do. Because I'm going to try and fight this convoy before we do anything else. Okay. We should be able to handle the convoy, and then we're going to have to head straight up to start replenishing our troops because we are getting a little low here. We may have to actually fight this battle out too. Yeah, we're going to have to fight this. We're 100% fighting this. So this will probably be the close to, if not the last battle that we do. We may do one more, something around there, right? But yeah. Let's do a preference of ranged on the silver hair, and we'll actually get it set up to where, you know, we'll set the silver hair to be on skirmish mode, and then we are going to be on the offensive. We are going to be like F1, F3, board them while we have most of our archers on the silver hair. And if the silver hair is in skirmish, then they should, in theory, try to stay at range while they pelt everybody. In theory. Now, whether or not that's going to whether or not that's how this is going to work, I don't know. We're kind of experimenting a little bit here, but
I am confident that this may possibly work. Only may and possibly, but you know what? Confidence is key. And hopefully we get a hold of one, if not two, of these ships. If we can get a hold of a couple of these ships and get a hold of a decent amount of trade goods, I don't care how slow we are moving up the river. As long as we don't get caught, we should be okay. And if we do get caught, it is what it is. We tried. Okay. 13, 25, and 14. Okay, cool. This should be fairly easy for us. Now we're boarding.
With so many fucking archers, dude. They had so many archers, that is. We barely lost anybody. It's so funny. I see you aiming at me over there, my guy. I don't like it. Where's my other boat? Oh shit. Come on. Oh, they're moving. They're moving. Trying to get closer. I think they're realizing they're fucked. Put an arrow in me, I'll put an arrow in you, my guy. All right, here we go. Got him. We didn't lose nearly as many people as I thought we would, to be honest. Got a decent amount of plunder. Got a lot of prisoners now. This is actually really cool. And I mean, honestly, we got a decent amount of stuff, but not too terribly worried about it. We're going to be, you know, donating a lot of it, so our troops get better gear. But on top of that, you know, XP for the non-custom troops. We didn't get any of the boats. Oh my god, dude. That's so upsetting. I want the boats, please. Fuck. Bro was so focused on that shot, he didn't even see death rapidly approach from his left. Just see, he's like, I'm gonna shoot this last shot. If it's the last thing I do, it is literally the last thing you did, my guy. Plus 10% damage in snowy and forest terrains when troops are sent to confront the enemy, or plus 5% damage. 5% movement speed to troops in your formation, plain steppes and deserts, or forest and snow. Let's do forest and snow. Feels more applicable. Slightly more applicable, at least. Right? Let's take a look at troops. We do have some stuff that we can slowly increase stats on, but not a ton. Bro, this takes forever. I may have to change configuration. These guys need to learn get XP a little bit faster. Like, this is painfully slow. I do think that I need to increase XP rates for these troops. Because the thing is, we're fighting a lot, right? Like, we are fighting a ton. I'm able to build up an entire army, and I know that this is meant to be like super late game niche kind of thing. But we are like actively getting foobarred here on how slowly our units are leveling up. Like, I'm trying hard here. I'm like doing auto resolves. I'm doing like anything and everything I can to get them more XP. They're just not getting it. Wounded troops in your party are no longer paid wages. Ooh. Or plus 25% influence gain from donating troops. Wounded troops no longer get paid wages. Fuck yeah, dude. You're hurt. You don't get paid. Fuck you. Harguard. I'm at full HP. We're going to go to the town center and I want to fight. I'm gonna fight in this. White Tavern over Male Hauberk. Fuck yeah, another one. I love this shit. Oh no, not a polearm fight. Fuck me, dude. Oh fuck. I hate polearm fights so much. Absolutely painful. Ooh. Fuck yeah, I want last shot though. Oh fuck.
Die, you bastard!
Oh, I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. I should not have done that. I should not have let him there. I should have let my boy take him on. 1v1 Rust style. I should not have done that. I lost that tournament by my positioning. Absolutely tragic. That's okay. Unfortunate, but okay. It is what it is. I know what I did. Oh, hold up. We need to sell our prisoners. We have so many prisoners. I need to get rid of these guys real quick. Oh my god. Empire Wanderer. Okay. I like your stats.
Hey.
I like your stats. You have potential. I hit the wrong button. You have very much some potential. Alda. Hey, I forgot all about you. I honestly don't really care. Viral doesn't really matter to me because I can't marry you off. I mean, I can. I'll just make my clan weaker, right? Now what I can do is I can take Alda and recall her, right? What's our party size? 112? Okay. And we have 76. Oh yeah, we can definitely bitch up. Fill this bitch up. Youngling. They have no scions here. Lose 100. Impulsive. Munificent. Oh, we are under siege on one of our castles now, finally. I'm not too worried about it. I would try and fight some defensive sieges because that'll be really good XP for some of the upgrades, right? But not too worried about it right now. Is what it is. Troops, get these guys squared away. 32 out of 45. Okay, cool. We only have one scion here. Damn, bro, that's unfortunate. Now we have Alda here. Alda actually has some gear, right? Not great gear, but she does have some gear. That's nice. And a big part of Retinues will also hit whenever we actually get our own like city and whatnot, and get our own fief, because all of our lands will gain retinue units, or gain the ability to just directly recruit retinue units instead of having to convert them over. Bro, all of these guys are actually really good, so I'm gonna grab them. I know I shouldn't, but I want I do want some semi-decent units, because remember, our custom units are kind of garbage right now. Because they're garbage, we got to make sure that we have some way of actually fighting, because if all we have is garbage just wrapped in nice and shiny wrapping paper, but they're still garbage, then it just means that you got fancy garbage, and you got to have the stats to back it up. Believe it or not, Mountain Blade is one of those games where having good gear is really important, but having the skills to back up the gear is even more important. If you have really bad gear but amazing skills, you will be able to beat someone who has bad skills and good gear. It may take a while, but you can do it. Whereas if you have mediocre skills and really good gear, typically the gear will make up that skill gap. But if you just straight up have dog shit skills, then you're gonna have a bad time. Regardless, doesn't matter like what type of fucking shit you put on or anything like that, you're just gonna have a bad time. 17 out of 22. We are at 36 out of 45. Okay, yeah, all right, we're making up a gap here. We still have more to recruit. Get some more younglings. They have no more freaking. I want some scions, damn it. We're gonna get back up to cap, and then we're gonna wrap up the stream. Real talk. That's about all the time we got for. We got any scions here? No scions? Fuck. We're gonna actually walk our way back up to Sturgia. Just get ready for this, and I hope to God that we don't run into any of these fucking Khuzaits, because we're gonna have a bad time if we do. We are not built to fight Khuzaits at all, unless it's on the water. We can fight them on the water. Open fields or steppes? No, we are so fucked. 100% fucked. Not even. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. We are 100% fucked. Okay, we are over capacity, but we're doing it on purpose so we can actually, swap some people around. We will get rid of some of the low-end units that we have that we don't need, like the Freeman Archers. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Freeman Archers, and we'll get rid of the War Proven. Yep, that's fine. Everything's fine. Troops, get me up to 22. We're at cap. Get me up to 42. We're almost at cap. All right, we have a sizable army of our custom units. Now, are they good? No, I'll have to fix that. I don't want them to be OP. Okay, all right. Let me rephrase this. The goal and the balancing act that is going to happen. Okay, just so everyone's aware, there's a sweet spot, right? With your custom units and retinues, you want them to be able to be as strong as other types of units, right? Like ultimately that's what you want. You know what, we can send in troops to clear. Fuck it. You want your units to be able to like be comparable, right? Like ultimately that's it. You want to be comparable. You don't want to be like so overpowered that your tier 1 units are, just freaking blasting through everything, because obviously at that point it's just not fun. Congratulations, you broke the game. So we're not wanting that. But I want my max tier units to be comparable to like Fine Champions, right? Like I want my archers, I want them to be comparable to Fine Champions. Are they going to be as good as Fine Champions? No, not at all. Well, probably not. I don't know. But I want them to be, you know, along the lines of that. So that means I'm going to be pumping their archery. I'm going to max out their archery to where their archery is going to be the highest stat. And then their one hand, it's going to be whatever's left, right? That's what I will do. Everything else, kind of don't care. Figure it out, but kind of don't care. Okay, so we can assault the hideout, and I can actually take a lot less of these guys because the Reavers are cool and everything, but I want... Oh, damn, bro. We only get like 15 units? Shit. I don't want that. I want to actually win, too. We can clear it out. Wait until nightfall to sneak in. Whatever. But yeah. Anyway, armies and people of Sturgia are exhausted from the conflict of the Khuzaits who've given up the fight. Ragnvan must accept the terms of defeat and pay war reparations in the amount of 513,000. Oh my god. I mean, technically, I don't have to pay war reparations because I am a mercenary. So, sucks to be him. How did they lose the fight that bad? Oh my god, dude. Gain 5 renown, decrease crime rating by 10 in Sturgia. Yep, that's fine. Okay, we're going to sell some stuff. I was going to try and fight a couple of things, but you know what? It's way too late. I am... Ooh, I want to sell all the... You know what? We can definitely sell all the fucking... Yeah, fuck it. Sell all the grain. We'll just buy a little bit back. Right, we're just going to buy a little bit of grain back. Cool. That's basically everything, right? Like, we don't have anything else. Nope. Tavern, we don't have anyone to sell. What are you? Battanian? No, good. I don't need another battanian or anything like that. All right, go to the port. We are going to call our fleet back, and we're going to wait here. Once our fleet's back, then we are done. And there it is. The fleet is back. And oh man, you know what? I think someone was actually sending us a marriage proposal, but I missed it. Anyway, guys, that is all we have for tonight. We will be back next weekend, next Saturday, and we are going to be playing. We'll do one more stream of War Sales, and then we'll do a Wartail stream. So next week we'll do more War Sales, and I'm hopefully going to have a little bit better custom units for the tier 1, right? We might have the point where we're at a Dromakian, might have a slightly better ships, but I don't expect us to have like a full fleet of Dromans or anything like that. It seems a little excessive. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of offline grinding, mostly around figuring out either how to change the configuration for Retinues so my units actually level up at a not complete garbage pace, or, you know, have to grind it out myself. Most likely going to be modifying the configuration files a little bit, and then I'll be letting you all know what the configuration files I recommend if you guys end up using these mods. Anyway, all I got again for tonight.